Okay, I'm here. We are on Facebook Live and publishing to Right Here with Michaela Schonler. And that's me. So I'm Michaela Schonler, and I welcome you to Right Here with Michaela. This episode, all of the episodes will be recorded. So don't worry if you come in late, you'll be able to rewind it and start again. So, this is the second episode of a series of writing workshops in a flash that I've designed for the time poor creative. Each episode, we will have a little brief introduction like this, and then we will write for 15 minutes. And I'm going to produce a prompt that will hopefully inspire you to get some writing done. So, the next 20 minutes or so, this is a space for us all to get into a creative flow. And I think in the last episode, I invited you to stop chasing time, to think about time not as something we conquer or we can manage. I mean, as Scotty says, you cannot change the laws of physics. That's a very bad Scottish accent, by the way. But I think you know what I'm trying to say. But we can make choices of how we spend our time, like what we do right here, right now. So whether you're watching it live or whether you're tuning in and watching the replay, I hope you have a really good session. In these sessions, we are gathering our source materials. Now, this is in the same way that maybe a painter might start to make sketches in a book or play with colors on their palette. It's a kind of playful, experimental exploring. And one of the things I want you to consider when you are writing is not to worry about spelling, punctuation, about don't even bother reading it back. This is just for you to keep your hand moving and to keep in that kind of flow. And whether you decide to share it with anybody afterwards or whether you keep it to yourself, well, that's up to you. Okay. So this is a process. And we want to nurture this practice of writing. And we do that by making time to write and doing it in the here and now. So, before further ado, I'm going to provide the prompt and we're going to write for 15 minutes. So, if you haven't already, please grab your writing tools, pen, notebook, paper, parchment, or a laptop, whatever it is that you write on and with. So just bear with me while I set up my share screen. Oh, and the other thing I want to mention is that I'm also going to be playing some music. If you don't like the music in the background, just go ahead and mute me. That's absolutely fine. So I'll put that on again. Sometimes it just helps you get into a rhythm, a flow of things, of keeping that hand moving. Okay, so let's find this prompt. Okay. And here it is. So what we have here is a lovely scene of a rocky shore. Now, what I want you to have a think about here is think about the offing. Now, the offing, and I'm going to spell that, it's Offing. When sailors speak of the offing, they're describing the sort of deepest part of the sea that can be seen from the shore. But we also use offing as a kind of near or foreseeable future. So, does that conjure up anything for you? Does that image remind you of any place you've been? What sort of smells or tastes or sounds do you associate with that image? So, for those people who are coming in, we have our prompt. I'm about to set the 15 minutes. I will give you a reminder when we've got 2 minutes left. Your task is, the prompt is the image that you're seeing on the screen now. You're going to write for 15 minutes. Don't worry about spelling or grammar, punctuation, just simply write. Okay, I'm going to start the ambient music and the timer, and I will see you guys on the other side. There's just over 2 minutes left of the prompt. And that, my rightly friends, is our 15 minutes. It does go so quickly. So, how was that for you? I do hope that you managed to find the flow and write something. You are very welcome to share a sentence or a phrase of something you've written in the comments, but there's no pressure at all. And you could even write something about how um, how you got on with the prompt. So yeah, go ahead and put something in the chat if you did, if there was something that occurred to you, if you have anything to share with us, that would be absolutely great. And it would be a pleasure if you did. So, yeah, I hope that worked. That's one of my kind of favorite prompts, anything to do with the sea, I absolutely love. I wanted to share with you a quote by an American playwright called Young Jean Lee. Um, I would encourage you to, let me start that one again. I would encourage you not to reread or edit anything that you write for the same reasons, because the key is to just generate pages. And she goes on to say, so the purpose of generating pages is not to create something beautiful, but it's to figure out who your characters are, to figure out what you're interested in, what you're not interested in, and to find out what your style is. So I hope that encourages you to find another pocket of time at some point in the week where you can sit down, set the timer with a cup of tea, and do a little bit of writing. It is a practice. Okay. So that is us. Like I said, it is writing in a flash. I am so happy that you joined me today. I think that writing on our own can be a lonely pursuit, um, but does help so much when you're writing alongside others. And there's a kind of sense that we're not alone in this crazy thing called creative writing. So take care and join me next week for another episode of Right Here with Michaela. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care. Bye. Bye.